just
Okay.
2 CDs for sale, so remember that. After you listen to them, you want to take them home. Sanitary way to take people home. Is he ready? Okay. Here's Chris Kahl.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Wonderful to be here. And I thought I'd start with a good Florida morning song. So I'm going to do I Want to Wake Up in the Morning Where the Orange Blossoms Grow. Here we go. I want to wake up in the morning where the orange blossoms grow, where the sun comes creeping in, where I'm sleeping and the songbirds say hello. I want to wander over yonder, pick the fruit that's hanging low. I want to make my home in Florida where the orange blossoms grow. I want to wake up in the morning where the ocean breezes blow. I want to cast my line in the falling tide where the tarpons swim below. I love the sunshine and the beaches where the palms sway to and fro. I want to make my home in Florida where the orange blossoms grow. I want to wake up in the morning where the Spanish moss hangs low and the gators swim through the Everglades and the grand old live oaks grow. I love the wildwoods and the cities and the friends I've come to know. I want to make my home in Florida where the orange blossoms grow. I want to wake up in the morning where the orange blossoms grow, where the sun comes creeping in, where I'm sleeping and the songbirds say hello. I want to wander over yonder, pick the fruit that's hanging low. I want to make my home in Florida where the orange blossoms grow. I want to make my home in Florida where the orange blossoms grow. All right. Thank you so much. That'll get us going. Well, I am from Cocoa over in Brevard County. And the next song I'm going to sing, I got a couple of local songs, Brevard County songs, a little history. I'm bringing you to the stage today from over there. Now, this next song, it relates to March 10th, which is today. Yes, big event in Florida history, March 10th, 1783. Now, here is what happened. At 1783, the Revolutionary War was coming to a close. And during that time, there was a captain in the U.S. Continental Navy. His name was Captain John Barry. And he was the best that they had. He was also Irishman, coming up for St. Patty's Day. But immigrated to the U.S., became a captain in the Continental Navy. Now, they sent him on a mission down to Havana Harbor to pick up gold and silver, which was to be delivered back up to Philadelphia, where they were going to start the first U.S. national bank with all that money, that gold and silver. Very important mission. So went down to Havana, picked up the cargo, set sail, and made his way up the east coast of Florida. Well, sure enough, the Revolutionary War was not quite finished yet. And on March 10th, 1783, as he was sailing past Cape Canaveral, was engaged by 2 British ships. Now, his ship was called the Alliance, and they hired Captain Barry just for that reason, to take on any engagements that might happen along the way. And sure enough, he got those British ships to back off. A little skirmish ensued, and they backed away. And the rest of his journey was uneventful, making it all the way up to north. Now, what happened, that turned out to be the last naval battle of the Revolutionary War. The Navy certified this, and back in 2008, they had a big ceremony. They put up a blue plaque at the Port Authority building out in Cape Canaveral commemorating this event. They had a Navy admiral come in, give a little talk, and I was asked to write a song about this event and sing it there. So the next song I'm going to sing for you was the one about that. It's called The Last Day the Cannonballs Did Fly. And it's March 10th, 1783, anniversary today. And let's see, I did the math the other day. 236 years. 236 years. I think I got that right. So this is called The Last Day the Cannonballs Did Fly, about Captain John Barry and his ship called the Alliance. In the fight for revolution, many battles were won on land and at sea, by sword and by gun. The last a proud moment and a fight for dear life. The last day the cannonballs did fly. 'Twas a ship named Alliance, Captain Barry did steer, with orders to bring gold that Congress held dear. He set out from the harbor under clear and calm skies. The last day the cannonballs did fly. Oh, the last day the cannonballs did fly. The shots they rang out as the fire filled the sky. In the end, old glory still flew high. The last day the cannonballs did fly. As the ship sailed northward, the alarm it did sound. An enemy frigate with 28 guns circled round. Captain Barry raised the flag, brought the Alliance to the fight. The last day the cannonballs did fly. Off the shores of Canaveral, the ships gathered near. As the fight loomed ahead, Captain Barry showed no fear. He shouted out, "Fire when you see the whites of their eyes." The last day the cannonballs did fly. Oh, the last day the cannonballs did fly. The shots they rang out as the fire filled the sky. In the end, old glory still flew high. The last day the cannonballs did fly. Well, the guns, they cracked thunder, and the cannons they blazed. But the heroes of the Alliance, they emerged from the haze. The battle was won and the flag still flew high. The last day the cannonballs did fly. Oh, the last day the cannonballs did fly. The shots they rang out as the fire filled the sky. In the end, old glory still flew high. The last day the cannonballs did fly. The last day the cannonballs did fly. So much. So, March 10th, 1783. So right next to Cape Canaveral is Kennedy Space Center. And it's probably my most famous song back from where I come from. It's called Rocket Boys, one I wrote about our great space history on the Space Coast, Brevard County, Cape Canaveral, and North Merritt Island, where the Kennedy Space Center is. And I grew up there and saw many a launch and just looked up in the sky and in wonder when they all went up. And we're going to get some of the big space highlights, including, let's see, the very first U.S. satellite launched into space was January 31st, 1958. And that was Explorer 1, hot on the heels of Sputnik, which went up a few months earlier. That led to the selection of the original 7 astronauts, including Alan Shepard, first American into space, and John Glenn, first American to orbit the Earth. And then on to the moon, 1969, with Neil Armstrong and his famous quote, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." And 1983, Sally Ride, first U.S. Female astronaut into space. We're going to get her in the third verse. And so I wanted to try to commemorate our great space history, and this is called Rocket Boys. Explorers on the launch pad, Sputnik already gone. Push that little red button, 'cause now the race is on. 7 had the right stuff to take up Mercury, and Von Braun, he built the vessels to sail uncharted seas. Kennedy pointed to the sky, said we're going to the moon. Before the decade's out, we'll make that true. Stand on the shores of Cape Canaveral, looking up to the blue. Oh, let's see what those rocket boys can do. Well, Shepard took the first ride, and Glenn went around the earth. Being in the new frontier, it felt like the day of birth. Gemini took a walk outside, Saturn V stood so tall. Armstrong made the big leap for us all. The stars and stripes are hanging above, the footprints on the moon. The Eagles landed, and oh my, what a view. Stand on the shores of Cape Canaveral, looking up to the blue. Oh, well, let's see what those rocket boys can do. Well, Viking crawled the red land, and the shuttle took to flight. The universe can't hide no more, so ride, Sally, ride. Well, Challenger, Columbia, Apollo, we remember you all. Sometimes when you climb so high, you've gotta take a fall. Well, look at the stars in the night sky and think how far we flew. All the hopes and dreams now come true. Stand on the shores of Cape Canaveral, looking up to the blue. Oh, let's see what those rocket boys can do. Well, there's nothing that those rocket boys can't do. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, for this next song, I'm going to go back to the year 1513, because on April 2nd of that year, Ponce de Leon, the Spanish explorer, first sailed up to our shores here in Florida, claimed us for the Spanish kingdom. and actually gave us our name. And it was because of the very first day that he spotted land here was actually Easter Sunday. And in old Castilian Spanish, Pascua Florida refers to the Easter season. Means the Feast of the Flowers, the flowery festival. So because he first spotted land on that day, that is why he called us Florida. And of course, he was looking for that magical, mythical fountain of youth, which he thought maybe up towards the mouth of the St. John's River. There were some waters that if he swam or bathed in them, they would keep him young forever. And his boat was called the San Cristobal. So I wrote this song about how I imagined him first spotting land here in our state on April 2nd, 1513. In the year of our Lord, 1513, Easter Sunday, Feast of the Flowers, at the helm of San Cristobal, Juan Ponce de Leon, land in our sight, now we sail to our fate. St. John's River, lead us to the fountain of youth. As we search for gold, we search for truth. Glory to Spain, our flag in the sand. We claim this soil for King Ferdinand. Strange eyes upon us are like daggers across the bay. But God is with us on this Easter Sunday. St. John's River, lead us to the fountain of youth. As we search for gold, we search for truth. Discovered new land on Easter Sunday. Put our flag in the sand on Easter Sunday. Pascua Florida, Easter Sunday. On Easter Sunday. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, I got another local song from back where I come from over in Brevard County. So we have a town at the top of the county, the northernmost end, called Titusville. Now, Titusville is very interesting about how it got its name. I like to try to look into the origins of names of towns, and I found this one particular interesting. And it was, heard this story told many, many times in my county, so wanted to write a tune about it. Now, Colonel Henry Titus, he was one of the founders of the town. Now, before it was called Titusville, it was called Sandpoint. It was just kind of this sandy, it's a park there now, right on the edge of the river, so they just named it Sandpoint. Now, when Mr. Titus came, he did a number of things there. He ran a hotel, he ran the saloon, he was the lawman, and he ran the post office. So everybody knew him. He was a man about town. Now, one day, a friend of his named Mr. Rice came up to him, and he said, you know what we're going to do today? We're going to play a game of dominoes. And whoever wins is going to get to rename the town whatever they want, presumably after their own name. Well, of course, the dominoes went Mr. Titus's way that day, and he named the town Titusville. But I always thought, what if that game went the other way? It could have been Riceville. So I think that Titusville probably has a little better ring to it. So Colonel Henry Titus, quite a character. And I wrote a tune about him and about how Titusville got its name. It's called When Mr. Titus Came to Town. Well, Colonel Henry Titus was a soldier of fortune. and a gambler always looking for a gain. At a place on the river, down by the sand point, he took a bet that would forever bring him fame. When Mr. Titus came to town, the dominoes that fell down. Well, that's how Titusville got its name. Oh, Mr. Titus ran the mail. He sat outside the saloon by the hotel with a gun in his hands. When a fella named Rice, he brought a wager one day, where the winner's name, it would go to the land. Oh, Mr. Titus came to town, the dominoes that fell down. Well, that's how Titusville got its name. If you're ever sailing out on the river by the lagoon where the salt water flows, and you see a little town called Titusville, think of the man who got lucky with the bones. Oh, Mr. Titus came to town, dominoes that fell down. Well, that's how Titusville got its name. Oh, Mr. Titus came to town, he laid all his chips down. And that's how Titusville got its name. Okay, so there's one for Henry Titus there. And next song I'm going to play, I got to do Floridiana Hotel. This is one of my favorites to sing. And this is off my first Florida CD called Orange Blossom Memories. I do have two of them. Second one's Sunshine Kid. So this is a good sing-along one. So let's get Place to Be is at the Floridiana Hotel. This song's about days like today. First week of the new year, oh, it's 80 degrees. The rest of the country is in a shivering freeze. A breakfast on the balcony and a salt spray in the air. It almost seems like it ain't fair. And the place to be is at the Floridiana Hotel, soaking up the sunshine and riding the swells. Oh, won't you send me a postcard from the Floridiana Hotel, bringing me blue skies and wishing me well. Well, Alcazar and the Fontainebleau, the Royal Palm and the Breakers too, they were living it up in the Gilded Age. Well, Rockefeller, Carnegie, the Vanderbilts are all down to say, because the winter's son, it's all the rage. And the place to be is at the Floridiana Hotel. We're fishing the Gulf Stream and riding the swells.
won't you send me a postcard from the Floridiana Hotel, bringing me blue skies and wishing me well. Oh, it's the beautiful people parade out on Ocean Drive. G-string bikinis. Oh, man alive. Well, how I wish I could be there sipping on a daiquiri. I'm already headed south in my mind. And the place to be is at the Floridiana Hotel, swimming with the dolphins and riding the swells. Oh, won't you send me a postcard from the Floridiana Hotel, bringing me blue skies and wishing me well. Oh, won't you bring me blue skies and wish me well?
All right. Well, thank you so much. So I got time for one more quick one. And so I do have some CDs on me if you'd like to get them afterwards. I'll be at the Florida Folk Festival. See you there up in May. And if you're in Brevard County, look out for the Moonlight Stroll at Erna Nixon Park. We usually do that twice a year. I'm always there. And so I am loving how my guitar is sounding today. So thank you to Jim. I'm going to do a song called My Good Old Gibson Dove. This is my guitar, the Gibson Dove, made out of maple wood. They put it together out in Bozeman, Montana at the Gibson Acoustic Guitar Factory. This guitar goes everywhere with me. I've been around the world with it. I grew up in Florida, but I lived in London for 5 years. I went busking in the tunnels of the London Underground, the subway over there. Every day I was there, this guitar was with me. So it's my good friend, and I'm going to close today with My Good Old Gibson Dove. With my good friend, I've logged many a mile, played a tune and made 'em smile. Walked through the snow and the pouring rain just to get to the show and to take the stage. She's always there when the lights go down. Her maple wood, it makes the sweetest sound. So here we are to sing the songs that we love, me and my good old Gibson Dove. We made the sounds of the sunset out on Mallory Square. People passing by, they said we made quite the pair. Sang in the depths of London's underground. We were traveling troubadours, busking for pounds, from street corners to subways even, moving trains. Now it's your turn, we'll sing for you today. So here we are to sing the songs that we love, me and my good old Gibson Dove. From Dublin to Berlin, we sang right on through the night. Got up the next morning just to catch another flight to another town, to another show in another time zone. Just like to thank the Gibson Factory in Bozeman, Montana for making this here beauty. A better friend I never could find, 'cause through it all we've seen the best of times. She's my six-stringed pretty little bird, helps me bring life to all my words. So here we are to sing the songs that we love, me and my good old Gibson Dove.
my good old Gibson dove. My good old Gibson dove.
All right, thank you so much.
Kahl, wouldn't you like to learn Florida history that way instead of through a textbook?